everybody, I hope you're doing fine. Welcome back to Bujumbura English Center. What's the meaning of the word gasoline? Gasoline means essence, igitoro. What's the meaning of petrol? Petrol means essence, igitoro. So, what's the difference? We say petrol in the British English, but we say gasoline in the American English. Abanyamerika bavuga gasoline, ariko abongereza bavuga petrol. So if you are interested in the difference between the American English and the British English, this video is for you. I'll be talking about things that have different names in British English and the American English. And I'll be also talking about words that are pronounced differently in the American English and the British English. Turavuga amajambo apronounced ugutandukanye muri American English na British English, twongere tuvuge ibintu twita ugutandukanye muri American English na British English. I'm Joaquin from Bujumbura English Center. Are you ready? Let's get started. Today's expression is to keep an eye on something. To keep an eye on something or somebody means kugumizako ijisho, canke guchunga. For example, I keep an eye on her. Ati ndamugumizako ijisho. Canke nguma ndamuchunze. They keep an eye on me. Baguma banchunze. He keeps an eye on his car. Ati ijya modoka yiwe ayigumizako ijisho. I hope you understand what we mean by to keep an eye on, and you can start using this expression starting from today. Now, without further ado, let's jump right in the main topic. We are talking about things that have different names in the American English and the British English. Tukoma tuvuge ibintu twita gutandukanye muri American English na British English. And the first thing we said in the introduction was petrol and gasoline. Byose bisigura essence. Mugabo abanyamerika bavuga gasoline mu gihe abongereza bavuga petrol. Now, how do we say ascenseur in English? Ascenseur tuyita gute mu Cyongereza? We say elevator. Elevator. Aho ni ku banyamerika. The American people say elevator, but the British people say lift. Ariko abongereza bavuga lift. Elevator, lift. Now, how do you say appartement? Appartement in English. You say apartment for the American people, but flat for the British people. Abanyamerika baravuga apartment, kira bavuga appartement, ariko abongereza bavuga flat. I hope you see these differences. Ipantaro yo tuyita gute mu Cyongereza? Pants. But that's for the American people. Abanyamerika ipantaro bayita pants. Ariko uvuze pants, abongereza bashabumva sous-vêtement canke caleçon. That's pants for the British people. But if you want to say pantalo, in the British people you say trousers. So, pants for the American people, trousers for the British people. I hope you get it. Another thing, how do we say pharmacy? Pharmacy mu Cyongereza tuyita gute? In the American English we say pharmacy. Pharmacy. But in the British people we say chemists. 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 Pharmacy, chemist. Pharmacy for the American people, chemists for the British people. Next is the word truck and lorry. Truck and lorry mean camion. In the American English we say truck, but in the British English we say lorry. Abongereza bavuga lorry, ariko abanyamerika bavuga truck. And how do you say autoroute in English? Autoroute. The Americans say highway, but the British say motorway. Abongereza mu kuvuga autoroute bavuga motorway, ariko abanyamerika bavuga highway. I hope you see these differences. This time, how do you say toilette in English? The Americans say restroom, restroom, restroom. But the British people say toilet, toilet. In the British English, toilet. Abongereza bavuga toilet, ariko abanyamerika bavuga restroom. And how do you say telephone mobile? Telephone ngendanwa tuvuga gute mu Cyongereza? We say, in the American English, we say cell phone, cell phone, cell phone. But in the British English, we say mobile phone, mobile phone. Abongereza bavuga mobile phone, abanyamerika bavuga cell phone. And umupira w'imbeho twita gute mu Cyongereza? For the Americans, we say sweater, sweater, sweater. And for the British people, we say jumper, jumper. Abongereza bavuga jumper, abanyamerika bavuga sweater. And how do you say pampers in English? Pampers twita gute mu Cyongereza? You say diaper. That's for the American people. The Americans say diaper. And the British say nappy, nappy. Diaper, nappy. Abongereza bavuga nappy, abanyamerika bavuga diaper. Ukuvuga pampers. Yeah, in French it's couche culotte. Kakantu mwambika umwana kugira ngo ntiyononeko. Yeah, that's what we call diaper or nappy. Now, kijya kiyo chimbere ku modoka tushita gute mu Cyongereza? Pare-brise mu Gifaransa. Mu Cyongereza naho tuvuga, for the American people we say windshield, windshield, windshield. But for the British people we say windscreen, windscreen. Abongereza bavuga windscreen, abanyamerika bavuga windshield. And how do you say robinet? Robinet tuyita gute mu Cyongereza? The Americans say faucet, faucet. And the British people say tap, tap. Abongereza bavuga tap, abanyamerika bavuga faucet. Now, let me talk about some words that we pronounce differently in the American English and the British English. Wanataka tufuge amajambo tufuga ukutandukanya muri American English na British English. Like for example, if you want to say garage, garage, for the Americans we say garage, garage. But the British people say garage, garage. It's the same word. Ijambo ni rimwe, mugabo abongereza bavuga garage, mugihe abanyamerika bavuga garage. And the word lieutenant, lieutenant, the Americans say lieutenant, lieutenant. But the British people say lieutenant, lieutenant. Abongereza bavuga lieutenant, amerika bavuga lieutenant. Now the word either. Either for the Americans and either for the British. Abongereza bavuga either, ariko abanyamerika bavuga either. By the way, what means either or either? Either means swat. For example, I take either a bus or a taxi. Ati mfata swat bis change ngafata taxi. Mfata taxi change ngafata bis. Yeah, either. Kugira ngo tuvuge iki kirakunda change iki kigakunda. That's how we use either, and that's the meaning of that word. And we have the word neither. Neither for the Americans and neither for the British. Abanyamerika bavuga neither mu gihe abongereza bavuga neither. And what means neither or neither? They mean non plus. Non plus. Neither ni jambo dukoresha turiko turemeranya n'umuntu tumubwira ko ibyo avuze kuri ubu ariko bimeze no ku wundi. You say for example, I'm not tired. urambwiye uti sindushe, nanjye nshobora gusha ndakubwira nti neither am I, ati naje nuko sindushe. Rero umuntu ariko uravuga ibintu ahakana, nawe ushobora gukoresha akajambo neither kugira ngo nawe umubwire ko ibyo avuze ariko bimeze no kubundi canke ko bimeze kuri wewe. I hope you understand how it works. Now, how do we say horaire? Urutonde. The Americans say schedule, schedule. But the British people say schedule, schedule. Change schedule, schedule. I hope you understand the differences. Schedule, schedule for the Americans, and schedule or schedule for the British people. And how do we say adult? Umuntu the Americans say adult, adult. But the British say adult, adult. Abongereza bavuga adult, mu gihe abanyamerika bavuga adult, adult. And how do we say laboratoire? Laboratoire tuyita gute mu Cyongereza? The Americans say laboratory, laboratory. But the British say laboratory, laboratory. Abongereza bavuga laboratory, ariko abanyamerika bavuga laboratory, 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 laboratory. Kubongereza laboratory, kubanyamerika laboratory, laboratory. I hope you see the differences. If you think this video has helped you, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new on this channel. And there will be an updated version of this video. I'll be talking about the differences in terms of the pronunciation of the consonants R and T. Nzoshirako iyindi video nzoba ndiko ndavuga the difference ziri ku kuntu baprononce consonant R na T muri American English and the British English. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for your attention. Until next time. Bye bye.